What's up, guys? I know I owe you 2 more videos, but this was motivated by my cousin. So she walks into my man cave, my private space, and starts asking me a bunch of questions about this. What is this? This is my dream wall, right? I don't have a dream board. I have a dream wall. Not a dream board, a dream wall, because I kind of dream big. So she was pointing out and asking a bunch of questions, and I said, you know what, let's pull out the camera and let's just record, because I'm sure somebody wants to know about this and what it's all about. Because you guys are so interested in my life, by the way. Thank you. But here we go. So, in case I miss anything, my cousin's the one holding the camera, and you might hear her voice asking me certain questions. So she'll say hi right now. Say hello.
Hello.
Okay, so now we're gonna go and talk and see. I'm gonna explain to you everything that's behind me and what it means to me and how I create my dream wall. You don't necessarily have to follow mine, but I highly recommend it because every day when I wake up, I'm laying right here. When I wake up, the first thing I see is this. So it's very important to me. So I'm sleeping right here, and I wake up, I look, I see my dream wall. It's very important to me. So here we go. We're gonna start with one of my ultimate favorite people in the whole entire world. His name is Tom Bewley. He has a show called Impact Theory. I've always had an idea of having a show called Let's Talk Kenya, and that show was motivated by vulnerability and people sharing their story, because we come from a culture where we're not allowed to share, and that's why I posted my video about being HIV positive. So Impact Theory is actually right here too. That's Tom Bewley, and this is his setup, and I kind of want to create the same setup for my show, for just motivating people and sharing stories that are genuine. His is about changing the world. Mine is about being vulnerable and showing people where you've come from. Bo Eason, one of the best speakers at A-Fest Cancun. He is an amazing speaker. If you don't know this, I'm actually looking to become a speaker, a transformational speaker that I just learned from Lisa Nichols. I want to be a transformational speaker. I am a motivational right now. I'm like at a C, but I'm looking to get at an A+. So I'm working on it, guys. And then Ellen DeGeneres, one of my heroes. She's one of my personal heroes. She's such an amazing being. And I love what she does because she is on NBC, I think. It's still on NBC. That's like a news channel. That's where people get their news. But when you're watching NBC and Ellen's on there, she's not sharing about negative things. She's showing you really what's 95% of the world that's going on, not the 5% of the negative that's going on in the world. And I love her. I love Ellen for that, guys. This is one of our friends' backyard. It's a Dietz. And their backyard is amazing. I love their backyard. It's a pool. So I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it's this amazing backyard, and I want to have that kind of backyard for my house. This is my home office. I dream to work from home so I can raise my kids and take them to school and do all the fun things that I don't know about parenting, which no one seems to enjoy. And this is a little where I want to travel. I'm not big on traveling, to be honest. I'm not one of those guys that loves traveling. But I do want to go to Dubai because of how advanced they are with their fake islands and everything. And I want to go to Bora Bora just because that's where I want to have my honeymoon. I'm letting you guys into my personal life, but still going on, guys. Do you recognize this logo? It's also this logo. It's also this logo. It is my clothing company. But this logo was the first hand-drawn by Candace Barnacle. Who is Candace Barnacle? My friend from high school. She's getting married. She hand drew this logo for me. I had the idea. She hand drew it. Ben Frank turned it into a logo. And now it's a shirt design. Guys, when you dream big, you move forward. Check it out. So I want to travel to Kenya for at least a month. And hopefully that turns into a year because I want to get to know my home country. I've been so far away from my home country that I really don't know much about it anymore. And if I could be honest, I really don't know much about my home country. Even though I say I'm Kenyan, I'm more American than I am Kenyan because of where I've lived. I've spent more time in here based off the numbers. So these are just motivational pictures of Nairobi, Mombasa, and where I want to go to. And Face of Kenya. I did this. Everyone made fun of me because it's like, what is it called? What is it called when they have the satchel and it's like Miss USA? What is it called? I don't know what it's called, but anyways, my cousin doesn't want to speak in the back. But so Face of Kenya was this thing that I did. It was so amazing. I had so much fun doing it. But there's one thing that I took very serious out of that, and that was the fact that it said Face of Kenya. I want to represent Kenya one of these days because I am a proud Kenyan, and I want to represent young Kenyans, especially in the business, and I want to change the culture in Kenya to a different to add the old principles that we have from Kenya, but some new ones that could benefit us as a Kenyan culture to move forward. So looking forward to hearing more of that. That's connected to the clothing company. Live Your Quest. My first A-Fest that I've ever attended that changed my life. Michael Beckwith was there. Tom Bewley was speaking there. Bo Eason was speaking. One of the greatest things ever. A-Fest is something that I go to yearly, and I want to make sure I keep going to it every year. So I have this here to remind me of that. That's my logo, just to remind me. I dream big. This is a house that I want to build my mom. It does not look like this, but I just have this image because it has the shags. If shags means like the country of home. So I want to build my mom a house in Kenya. And so it's like a half-built house in Kenya. So I love that picture because it evokes that vision for me building a house for my mom in Kenya. I want to spend Christmas in Kenya. So a lot of Kenya. I want to go back to home. Now guys, this is very important to anyone in the US. You guys don't know about this guy. His name is Fuse ODG. Fuse ODG is one of the biggest Afrobeat artists. He's the first one to bring Afrobeat to, who's one of the first ones to bring Afrobeat to the UK. He's only 28 and he's done so much. He's building schools for people in Kenya. He was responsible for having Naive, the lotion company, removed down an ad because it was discriminating against the dark skin of our people. He's only 28 or 29 or 30. He's not that much older than me, but I look up to him so much because of his movement. Listen to his song. He has a hat on that says Tina, T-I-N-A. This is the new Africa. I watch his interviews when I'm down about my clothing company. When I want to quit on my clothing company, I go watch his interviews because he motivates me. He motivates me, and he represents this quote: I would like African values to gain recognition as a result of my work. I would like African value to gain recognition as a result of my work. That's what he does that. He's already doing that. I'm looking forward to creating that. And moving on to the side is a little bit of some stuff that it's kind of random compared to a lot of Africa. Oh, I missed something. This is a contract that I have to myself. I am an authentic, powerful, responsible leader. This is something I get to live up to every day, and I get to check in with myself. So one of the biggest ones I'm working on is responsible, because me and money are having a very weird relationship right now. That goes on to right here. I forgot to talk about it. I want to work on my savings and grow my money, and a credit score doesn't really matter, but it does look cute. So anyways, moving forward to over here. I'm not going to read all the quotes, but I want to make sure I point out a few things. I want to travel Africa before I travel Europe. I'm not a travel guy, but this is connected to my clothing company, and I do want to, after reading Nelson Mandela's book, I was really motivated to travel Africa because he talked about it in a way I've never heard Africa be talked about. Fuse ODG talks about Africa in a very beautiful way too. Not something you're used to hearing. Who is this random dude on my wall? My cousin asked me, my other cousin. He asked me, who's this random dude on your wall? And I was like, that's the guy I want to look like. I'm actually very motivated. I've always been skinny, guys, and this is a different story, but I'm going to keep it a short skin. I've always been skinny. I'm the heaviest I've ever weighed. I'm 185. I used to be 140. So I'm 185, so I'm still going for 200, then I'm going to lean out. We'll talk about that in a different video. My business, I love this business. It's dedicated to transforming people's lives and falling madly in love with themselves through fitness, and using fitness as a vehicle to help them discover who they really are. And that's what I did. Fitness really brought me back to center. So that's I love this company. Eating healthy, staying on point even when you're off the clock. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm off the clock, but there's no clock, so I'm always working. This is Denzel. You might not see him. My biggest crush was obsessed with Denzel. Diana Busaka, you know who you are. But that's I have this picture because he just has so much swag. He's like 50, 100 years old, and every person's obsessed with him. But I love his swag, so that's why I have this. I want to have swag in how I dress. These are happy clients that have already succeeded a healthy lifestyle that I have on here. And then next level, these are irrelevant. But that's a little bit about my wall. It's still getting built, but those are the most important things about my wall. A couple more things. I've been wanting a Tesla for so long. I've had this on here. This is actually the longest piece on my whole board. I've been wanting a Tesla for the longest time. I'm a huge reader. When I say reading, I mean audiobooks. So my friend make fun of me, but it's the same thing. Knowledge goes into my brain. So that's why this motivates this Fitness Business Summit. It's ran by one of the most incredible men who lives in such a high level of integrity that I care to be in his field. Bedros Keuilian is an amazing man, so that's why that's there. I don't know if I'm missing anything, but to move forward and show you something that's really important, and that's one of the most amazing humans in the world, and he talks about education is the most powerful weapon which you can change the world. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can change the world. Now, a lot of people think that's just, education is not necessarily schooling. There's two different things. It's a knowledge and applying it. That's what I consider education. So, but that really drives me to work hard and always learning, and that's why I read so much over there. And then somebody gave this to me, and it's given by somebody who's secret. And it says, dream one size too big. And I have this clothing company here because the dreams that I have for this clothing company, I don't know how, I won't be able to do it with myself without a higher power connection. And so I allow myself, because I know somebody else is going to help me reach this dream that's higher above God. And so it allows me to dream one size too big. So there you go, guys. That's my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have a wall. Take a picture, send it to me, explain it to me, post a video of your wall. This is me, guys. This is what I look up to. I'm gonna show you one more picture. It's in the back. It's of Kobe Bryant. When I wake up, I see him every time. But I'll turn out the camera. But that's me, guys. So, by the way, if you guys want anything for me to talk about anything, please post in the video and I will. I'll be talking about other stuff too, but this one was just sprung up and I really owe you guys a video, so I decided to post this. Please subscribe to my channel, share the video, and follow the journey and keep asking questions. What do you want me to talk about, guys? This is The Positive African. Back at you guys. Have a good one.